Hello, I'm your University Archivist, Ruth Cody. Welcome to our tour of the Virginia Commonwealth University's Health Science campus. We are starting at the heart of this campus, the Egyptian Building. Designed by Thomas Stewart of Philadelphia, it has served as the home for the medical school since 1844. The outside hasn't changed much over the years, and it has maintained its 19th century Egyptian revival architecture that commands such a presence in a modern city. One of the few changes is the historical marker added in 2007. Here we are in the lobby, which was renovated in 1939. It is representative of the Art Deco period and the Egyptian styling that was in fashion at the time. One of the unique architectural components of this building is that it features two different styles of Egyptian revival architecture from two different periods, the mid-19th century and the early 20th century. Let's go see the old auditorium where you probably spent many hours listening to lectures. It probably looks very similar to what you remember. The big difference is the modern technology that now allows lectures to include various mediums, such as video, audio, and internet access. This auditorium is still used every year. First-year students begin here so they can enjoy the tradition of all the other medical classes who studied in this historic building. We're standing in the Kontos Plaza, and behind me is a statue of Hippocrates. The statue was a gift of the Virginia citizens of Greek descent and was placed on the campus in 1985. You may remember it was once in the center of the plaza, but it has since moved to the back, and it is still a focal point for students who gather here. The plaza's center is now an open space that covers the old wells used by the university before the Civil War, a legacy of medical history that the university seeks to learn from today. We're standing in the lobby of the Hermes Kontos building. You may remember Dr. Kontos, who was the dean of the School of Medicine. This building is named for him. Today, it's a medical research building. When constructing this building, the university tore down the old St. Philip Hospital, established in 1920. Some of you may have spent clinical time in that facility that started during segregation as a separate hospital for African American patients. In 1920, MCV also established the St. Philip School of Nursing to provide nursing training to Black women who then provided services to Black patients at the St. Philip Hospital. To honor the St. Philip nursing graduates, the portico from the old St. Philip Hospital was retained and incorporated into the design of this atrium. We're now on the lower level of the Kontos building. The auditorium is one of the main lecture halls used by medical students throughout their 4 years of education. This is truly hallowed ground. While constructing this building in 1994, workers uncovered human remains that were in the old well mentioned earlier. The excavation was rushed at the time, and the remains were sent to the Smithsonian Institute. Anthropologists identified the remains of 53 people, including 9 children. These were predominantly African Americans whose bodies had been used without family permission for dissection during the 19th century. The university began the East Marshall Street Well Planning Committee in 2013 to reconcile past unethical practices and memorialize and give a respectful resting place for the remains of the people found in the well. In November 2019, the remains of the individuals discovered were returned with a solemn ceremony to Richmond, accompanied by members of the Family Representative Council and current students from the medical campus. In January 2022, the ancestral remains were moved to a laboratory on VCU's campus, where researchers will begin to undertake the sampling necessary to build a set of data needed to implement the final recommendations of the Council. The legacy has helped to spur VCU to develop a health equity curriculum that is now required by all students and includes learning from the lasting effects of this complicated history. This is the James and Frances McLaughlin Medical Education Center. This building replaced Old Sanger Hall, where some of you may have spent many hours studying. This center features state-of-the-art technology, allowing the medical school to expand its class to over 200 students annually. One of the interesting features is the mural up on the wall in the lobby. Some may remember it because it was in the old A.D. Williams Clinic. As part of the construction process, the mural was removed and underwent conservation treatment to remove many, many years of smoking damage from patients in the clinic's waiting room. Then it was reinstalled here in the lobby of the McLaughlin Building. This is the Hunton Student Center today. You may remember it as the Campus Room, one of 2 eateries conveniently located on campus where you could grab lunch in your spare time. This is actually a very historic building, originally constructed in 1841 as the First Baptist Church. It was designed by Thomas U. Walter, who was the architect of the wings and the dome of the United States Capitol. His story and the story of the building are recognized here. Those of you who were here much earlier would probably have loved a study hall like this one. In 2007, this building reopened for student use. It is primarily a study hall or an eating location, as we saw downstairs. Individual study rooms are up on the 2nd floor balcony and throughout the building. Casual furniture or more conventional tables and chairs are on the balcony level. The Alumni Association supported this project and also worked on a history timeline of the Medical College of Virginia and Virginia Commonwealth University from its founding in 1838 through 2007, when this building was rededicated. The new Children's Hospital was completed in 2022. As gorgeous as it is on the outside, the inside is even more fantastic. The James River and its diverse habitats inspired the tower's interior architecture. Each level features an animal mascot native to the river, along with a color theme. Interactive play areas and colorful local artwork help reduce the anxiety of a hospital visit. It has been ranked as one of the nation's best children's hospitals. Here we see the School of Pharmacy, Virginia's oldest pharmacy school, founded in 1898. The VCU School of Pharmacy is housed in the R. Blackwell Smith Jr. building in Richmond, Virginia. In 2010, the 21,500 square foot building was renovated to enhance changes in pharmacy, pharmaceuticals, and medicinal chemistry, education, training, and research. If you have time, you should check out its Heritage Trail, which has exhibits on the history of pharmacy and timelines and biographies of notable Virginia pharmacists. Not a building, but a significant medical campus landmark, here is the Three Bears sculpture. MCV President Dr. William T. Sanger saw this bear sculpture in Brook Green Gardens in South Carolina and approached the artist Anna Hyatt Huntington about reproducing it for the entrance of the new MCV Hospital at 12th and Broad, which we know today as West Hospital. Huntington reproduced the bears in stone in 1941 because the original gray bronze was unavailable due to the war. The sculpture remained at the entrance of the hospital until 1987, when it was brought inside to protect it from the effects of air pollution. Since moving inside, the Three Bears sculpture greeted people from several locations until 2008, when it took up residence outside the hospital gift shop named in its honor. We can't forget the VCU School of Dentistry, which goes all the way back to 1893. Although new locations are under consideration, currently the school is located in the Lyons Building, named after Harry Lyons, who was the Dean of Dentistry from 1951 to 1970, and the W. Baxter Perkinson Jr. Building, named in honor of 1970 dental alum Baxter Perkinson. The School of Dentistry has an important role to play as the only dental school in Virginia and the only facility to offer complete multidisciplinary dental care. Another significant building is the MCV Alumni House, which is designated as a Virginia Historic Landmark. The building features the Paul A. Gross Conference Center with 2 large conference rooms with state-of-the-art audio-visual equipment and 2 formal parlors. In 2021, the Adult Outpatient Pavilion, often referred to as the AOP, was completed, allowing VCU to bring new places and purpose to to its commitment to health and health education. It contains laboratory, diagnostic, and imaging services all in one building and provides family-centered, friendly, accessible care. The Massey Comprehensive Cancer Center, which celebrated its 50th anniversary, takes up several floors of this building. Here is the School of Nursing building, which opened in 2007. Being very conscious of its long and important history, the building maintains a heritage room that showcases artifacts and exhibits dating back to the school's origins in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. You should check it out. In 2019, the College of Health Professions building opened, bringing 11 units from the Allied Health Sciences under one roof, allowing for increased technology and collaboration between disciplines. The 8 floors include homes for the Department of Health Administration, the Center on Aging, Medical Laboratory Sciences, Occupational Therapy, Physical Therapy, Nurse Anesthesia, Radiation Science, a smart apartment for training students in how to assist people of limited mobility with activities of daily care, an acute care simulation suite that replicates hospital rooms, and much more. Thank you for joining me on this tour of Virginia Commonwealth University's Health Science Campus. I hope you are as awed and energized as I am about the rich history of this institution.